What's up, Clashers? Turin56 from iKonik here, bringing you another base breakdown video. This was a base I attacked in iKonik War 121, was able to get 3 stars off of it, so I'll go ahead and show you how. As always with these videos, first we'll look at the base itself, talk about weaknesses of the base, why I chose to attack it the way I did, and then we'll watch the replay. So this was a cleanup attack. I knew where this guy had his traps. The Teslas were all in the core there, and he had the big bombs. I think I only knew a couple of the big bomb locations. I think I only knew those, but then the other two were pretty obvious in these voids over there. So how I chose to attack this base was, if you saw the Govalo video that I've put out fairly recently, you probably recognize right away this weakness right here. All 4 of the air defenses in the core. That leaves this base wide open for a Govalo, or in this case what I brought was a Govalo. So golems and valks, assisted by my heroes and a few wizards, a couple witches, they pushed into the core, take out all those air defenses, and then it's wide open for balloons on the back end. So the key to this attack is assigning roles, knowing what your golem-based army is going to be responsible for. So I come from the southeast here. This is what my golems and the valks and all these other supporting troops are going to be responsible for. Pushing in, taking out these chambers, and then pushing into the core there, hollowing out the core. And then once those are gone, balloons. 10 balloons are going to come in and be able to take out all the rest of those defenses there. Because these defenses are all going to be still very distracted because they all have range on what's going on in the core here. My core troops, however, are not going to be able to do much more than just take out a few of these defenses because of all these walls. There's just too much DPS coming in on them. They'd never be able to take that all out by themselves. They need some back-end troops. And balloons was ideal for this base. So, I do not lure, even though this clan castle is a very easy lure. Another thing I mentioned in the How to Govalo video is if you're going to do this technique, you don't need to save any spells on the back end for those balloons. They can come in unassisted as long as you have the good technique and good timing. So I'm able to go really heavy on my spells and get the right amount of DPS in here, so I'm confident in being able to match these CC troops on the interior of the base. So let's proceed to the attack plan here. I have 3 golems. I start off with 2. Nice wide spread here coming in on these defenses. I'm going to break these walls open with wall breakers, of course. And then just 3 or 4, I believe it's 3 wizards on each side. Their goal is just going to be to create a funnel, basically. I want to take out those mortars and these garbage buildings so that when I launch the main push of my golem army, it has nowhere to go but straight up into the gut and into the core there. Once these guys start to go down a little bit, my 3rd golem is going to go down. He's going to push in here. He's going to be attracted by the jump spell that I drop, which is going to let everybody right into the core. Of course, the queen is going to be down. I've got some valks. That's why this is called a Govalo attack. The king is going to be in the mix. I've got some witches as well. I'm going to start doing witches in green just because it's more fun. Ta-da! And wizards as well. A few more wizards sprinkled around in there. So that's the composition. They all push in here really nicely. They start to meet the clan castle troops and the queen about the same time. So I give them a rage and a heal, which is important if you're meeting your clan castle troops in the middle of a base while they're under heavy fire from lots of DPS here as well. And even with the rage and the heal, I still lose a fair amount of troops in there. And then I've got one more heal for the middle of that core there. And once all these air defenses start going down, I have 10 balloons, and I'm going to drop them in here like so, I believe. I launch the first 8 like that. I kind of wait and see what's going on. Notice that I lost a couple to air mines over here, so I dropped 2 more over in that direction. And have plenty of loons for cleanup, because all of these guys in this second tier of defenses outside of the core are all distracted still, because I have all those Valkyries and Golems and the heroes in here that are tanking very nicely still, distracting these guys. So that was the plan here. It worked out pretty well for me, so let's go ahead and clear all that out and we'll watch the replay. This is now post air sweeper update, so any scout time is now added to the replays as well, which is kind of weird. It's nice when you're watching live, because that way you can kind of start from the very beginning. You can see what your clan mates are doing without missing the first few steps, but on the replays it's a little annoying. Oh well. So you can see that nice wide funnel is up. All those troops are down. Heroes, the Valks, the Golems. And with a rage and a heal to help them, they're going to be able to handle both the Archer Queen and the Clan Castle troops at the same time. A lot of DPS in that core, so I definitely needed a couple heals for it. And as those air defenses are starting to go down now, the loons are going to come in on the back end of these defenses that are all still distracted by those core troops. And they're doing a nice job of just picking off those towers. Just that wizard tower left, so we're just gonna watch a little cleanup here. Might as well just fast forward. So that was the Govalo attack. Very similar in concept and in composition to a Go Wee Wee Low. It's really just adding Valks to it. You know, you can use the Valks in replacement of a Golem, or in this case, you know, supplementing the Golem and just cutting back a little bit on the wizards and the witches or whatever else you might be using. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little something from it. Until next time, this is Turin56 saying keep on clashing.